Hello, I'm Cameron Turner. George Zimmerman would have been better off not breaking his silence. Playing the victim and begging for money on his recently created website only solidifies the impression that the man who fatally shot unarmed teenager Trayvon Martin is callous and self-important. George Zimmerman writes this on therealgeorgezimmerman.com. On Sunday, February 26th, I was involved in a life-altering event which led me to become the subject of intense media coverage. As a result of the incident and the subsequent media coverage, I have been forced to leave my home, my school, my employer, my family, and ultimately my entire life. This website's sole purpose is to ensure my supporters that they are receiving my full attention without any intermediaries. From there, George Zimmerman spends another 2 paragraphs soliciting donations from supporters via a special PayPal account. Clearly, George Zimmerman thinks that he is the one who has suffered here, even though Trayvon Martin lost his life as a direct result of George Zimmerman's actions. Zimmerman uses the term involved in a life-altering event. He doesn't say that he caused this event, doesn't say he was the catalyst for it. He was simply involved. And whose life does George Zimmerman claim was altered by this event? Not the 17-year-old who was killed by the 9mm bullet shot by George Zimmerman. No, Zimmerman claims that it was his life that was altered by intense media coverage, which Zimmerman claims forced him to leave home, job, family, and ultimately his entire life. Remember, Trayvon Martin is dead, but George Zimmerman says he was forced to leave his entire life. Now, we know that George Zimmerman claims he killed Trayvon Martin in self-defense, but it still would have been wise for Zimmerman to express some small measure of remorse over the loss of human life in this matter. Zimmerman could have easily stated, without admitting any wrongdoing, he could have easily stated that it is regrettable that a person died during this life-altering event. Zimmerman likewise could have used his webpage to offer condolences to Trayvon Martin's loved ones. Again, without any admission of wrongdoing. Compassionate acts such as this could have done quite a bit to soften the largely negative impression which so many Americans have of George Zimmerman. See, that would have been the smart thing for Zimmerman to do with this webpage, but let's face it, George Zimmerman has not made very many smart moves in relation to the Trayvon Martin tragedy. Let's just walk it back for a minute. First of all, Zimmerman phoned 911 needlessly, since Trayvon Martin wasn't really doing anything that can legitimately be called suspicious. Second of all, Zimmerman apparently used a profane racist slur during that 911 call. And thirdly, Zimmerman ignored the instructions of the 911 operator, followed Trayvon Martin. And most recently, and inexplicably, George Zimmerman cut off communication with his 2 attorneys. His 2 very committed, very passionate attorneys, I should say. And those lawyers became so frustrated that they actually quit the case. No, George Zimmerman has not exhibited a whole lot of intelligence. Arrogance? Yes. Self-centered lack of regard for others? Yes. But intelligence? No. So, in that context, his whimpering, woe is me website doesn't really come as a huge surprise. But he may regret this tone later. Thanks for listening. I'm Cameron Turner, and that's my 2 cents.